Okay. Alrighty, now I'm done with this. And I'm going to turn on my burner to medium. And I'm going to add all the olive oil. Let me just read this. Over medium high, add the chicken and sear. Okay, so add all the olive oil. Let's just sprinkle it all in here. And get the chicken. Also, I turned the heat down as they were starting to cook because the pans get pretty hot. So those are nice and golden. Let that one cook a little bit more. Take that one off. Okay. The ones on the sides need like a little more, just a tiny bit more browning. So I'll put these on a plate to rest while I get the rest of it ready. And to this pan I'm going to add, and it looks like it is, actually a lot of butter. That's why her recipes are so good. There's a lot of butter in them. So there's, let's see, what does she have in here? There's 8 tablespoons, since I'm doubling the recipe, 8 tablespoons butter, which will cook down, and once that melts, I'll add the broccoli and let it cook in the pan for about 5 minutes. I probably don't need this much butter. I'm going to take some of it out. I think we're good with that. Okay, I'll save that. Put in my broccoli. And now I'm going to add in some garlic. 2 cloves of garlic. And there's a lot of capers. I think I have 6 tablespoons of capers. But this is actually what's making the sauce that will go over the chicken. And last but not least, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of fresh thyme, actually dried thyme. And the recipe called for fresh thyme, but I don't have any, so anytime you use dried herbs, you have to half the requirement because they're more potent when they're dried. So there's the thyme. And I'll cook for another couple minutes. Stir it around a little bit. Again, I'm going to scrape up more of those good bits with all that flavor. There's a lot of them in there. And now I'm going to add my white wine. Which will cook everything down even more. And I also have quite a bit of lemon juice here, which will give it a nice lemony flavor. Stir it. And everything is pretty much scraped off the bottom by this point. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to add the chicken back in. Just put it right on top. And then I will let this I'll turn the heat down and I'll let it warm through while I'm making my polenta. So there's let me turn the heat down. At this point, you're not really supposed to cook it anymore. You're just sort of supposed to blend the flavors, pour all that juice from the chicken in. Okay, now I've got I made homemade pesto a little while ago. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons right into the polenta to really incorporate that taste. So here we go. So now everything is ready, and we're going to plate the chicken. So I've got the polenta in a bowl, and I'll put a nice piece of chicken in the polenta with a little bit of the sauce dribbled over the top. And in here I'm going to add just a couple dribbles of pesto on the top to give it that extra pesto flavor, sprinkled in there, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Bon appetit!